Hello, everybody, and welcome to a weekly message from Jesus. Each week, we try to bring you his words. We've been doing it now for almost a couple years. Christmas is coming. I have written a book that consists of 60 of his messages. It's Messages of God. You can see it over my shoulder. Makes a great Christmas present, just reminding you. So, our Father is here, and he is ready to speak. Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you for tuning in. I especially bless those of you that listen each week, and I especially bless each of you that try to pass on my words. There are many out there that need to hear my words. It is a very, very difficult time for human evolution. Today, I want to talk to you about the effects of anger and hatred. They are two human emotions. Every human that walks the earth will experience anger and they will experience hatred. But what they need to do is to learn to control it. You see, those are two extremely dangerous emotions. They lead to terrible consequences. Today, you're watching on the news over in Israel and other countries. You're seeing the effects of anger and hatred. When one country does something that angers another, it creates a hatred. Same applies for people. It's no different. When anger and hatred leads to war, it will lead to the concept of revenge. One country one country will probably be the aggressor and one will probably be the one that is attacked. The one that is attacked feels great anger because they have to defend themselves. They will probably feel great revenge into the future. It does nothing to help the peace process. You see, the one thing I want is for everyone to get along, to coexist. Love is the opposite of hatred. You see, all individuals also will feel love so that they can understand the contrast. Do you not feel better when you love someone than when you hate? You see, hatred brings other emotions into play. When you hate, it can affect your whole life. It can lead to a depression. It can lead to different types of phobias. Hatred can keep you from even understanding the truth of events. Anger and hatred can destroy your life. Love rarely destroys your life. Now, love may bring you unhappiness. A person that you love may not return that emotion, and that can make you incredibly unhappy as well. Sometimes that even leads an unrequited love, sometimes leads to anger and hatred as well. We see it all the time as we watch individuals getting a divorce. At one time, they were in love when they got married, but they found out that things were not as they thought they would be. People change, situations change, and quite often there's a divorce. We watch that divorce lead to anger and hatred all the time. Imagine two people who were in love come out of this relationship with the strongest hatred. It's terrible. There may be children involved and it can ruin their lives. You see, every action has a reaction. It's very rare that an act of love is not met with another act of love. Just the same as an act of anger will often be met with an act of anger. Hatred begets hatred. You see, every relationship affects another emotion. If you love, the odds are that you're going to be much happier than if you show anger and hatred. If you want forgiveness from someone for something that you've done, well, then you have to ask for forgiveness from them. But you also have to be able to forgive. We see people from over here that want to be forgiven all the time, but they don't forgive. They hold grudges. They hold an anger in their heart instead of holding a love, a like. There are many, many ways that humans can destroy their lives. That is a sad fact, and we see all of them. There are many humans out there. They are come in all colors. They speak all different types of languages, and they worship different types of religions. That is fine. There are many, many paths to heaven. The main path to heaven is simply paved by living a good life. Anger and hatred will lead you away from leading a good life. If you hate indiscriminately and show anger, well, it's not going to help you. You see, when you show anger towards someone else, you're hurting that person. When you hate that person, you're hurting yourself. All I want from humans is to use common sense and live a good life. Every week, I say, don't do anything to someone else that you do not want done to you. That is especially true with anger and hatred. If you don't want it shown towards you, don't show it towards other people. Don't do things that create those two emotions. There are many people out there that we watch that actually enjoy hurting others. There may be people with great wealth. Instead of sharing that wealth and using it to help the happiness of others, they hoard it and use it to hurt others. There are people with companies that have great, incredible wealth, and they pay their employees minimum wage. They pay them the least they can to get along. Those people go out and they're hurt by the economy, by things around them. Those incredibly rich people make their employees struggle for an existence. Do you think they're going to be judged well for that when they return? Well, you can answer that for yourself. They won't. In a perfect world, the people that we've blessed with great wealth spread that wealth to help others. There have been many examples of it where people have done amazing things. You've heard me talk before of Milton Hershey, Andrew Carnegie, many people that have done immense things. I could go on with that list because there are wonderful people out there. There are still individuals that want to give away everything that they've earned to help others. When they return, they will find the blessings of heaven. They will be treated as royalty. They will be advanced in the realms, and they will know true happiness. They understand the value of helping others. Many individuals have no clue. They think that it's all about them. They think it's like a scorecard. How many yachts can I have? How many expensive homes? How many ways can I help myself to fulfill this incredible life that I'm living. And they forget that that incredible life they're living is very short. They can take that short time that we've allocated to them and help others, or they can simply ignore others. When they return, they will learn of their mistake, and they'll learn that they've created karmas that they'll have to live with in their future lives. They'll learn that instead of advancing, there's also a path to the lower levels. It's all very sad because they've made those decisions themselves. You see, I want everyone to help someone else. If each individual would help a single person and that person would help someone else, the goodness would expand exponentially. Everyone would be helped eventually. There'd be no poverty. There'd be no need for poverty. You see, much of the poverty is karma that individuals have created in their prior lives. They have not used great wealth to the advantage of others. So when they come forward into the next reincarnation, they have a karma to pay. And quite often that is living lives of poverty in the future. How else can they learn the lesson? There is only one way that individuals can learn lessons. Some people are very hard-headed. I tell people every week what is necessary to be happy. I tell people every week what they do that makes them unhappy. The greatest thing they do to make them unhappy is show anger, show hatred, don't forgive, hold revenge in their hearts. You see, there's only one way that that can end, and that's through affecting the individual that holds those emotions internally. There's no way that individual can find happiness. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's a very important message. The more that you help others, truly the happier you will be. Until you try to help others, you won't understand that. And many people will never understand it. We're now in the period where you're celebrating my birth, Christmas. I want you to keep my name in Christmas and remember, without my birth, there would be no Christmas. Many people don't believe in me, but they still want to give presents and show how rich they are and celebrate. But they're not celebrating my birth. They're celebrating their foolishness. They're celebrating the fact that they have no understanding of the true way of things. Those of you that contemplate my birth, use this period to communicate with your family about me. Give presents that remind your family members of me, of the happiness that they can truly find. I want you to do these things. I want you to find the true happiness. I want you to truly celebrate my birthday in the manner of which it should be celebrated. Your businesses have commercialized it beyond imagination. Many people won't even accept the fact they say happy holidays. It's not. It's my birthday. You should say Merry Christmas. Remember the Merry part. The Merry is indicative of happiness. Have a happy and wonderful Christmas celebrating the event in my name. Do not dilute the fact that it is my birthday. There will be a time in several months that you commemorate my death. Many of you that don't believe it, I even existed, will never believe all of the miracles surrounding my passing. But they are also true. You see, I will never ever lie to you. I will always tell you the truth. When I tell you that anger and hatred will destroy your life, that is the truth. When I tell you that revenge is not an emotion that should be felt in your heart, that is the truth. When I tell you not to do anything to anyone that you don't want done to you, that is common sense and the truth. So you see, I will never lie to you. You may lie to yourselves. You may convince yourselves that you are following every word that I tell you, and then go out and do the exact opposite. Hypocrisy is a terrible thing. Don't let it enter your body. Don't let it enter your mind. It is the simple life of love that brings happiness. Use this holiday season. Use this Christmas season. I slipped. I wanted to see if you guys were listening because it is Christmas. It's not the holiday season. Use this Christmas season to spread happiness and goodwill. Many seniors are very lonely this time. Call them. Give them a book to read. Do many things for them. Many people contemplate suicide. If you know someone that is so depressed, speak with them. Take them for walks. Do things with them. Take their minds off the fact of their depression. So I'll be back again next week, and I'll say things to you that you don't want to hear, but it's the truth. The truth will always set you free. Have a wonderful Christmas holiday season. And thank you, and I'll be back again next week. There you go, folks. The simple truth. He speaks it, and I hope we all can live it. So goodbye. We'll be back again next week, and I will help you enjoy the Christmas season by bringing you his words. Goodbye.